I'm big on chemistry. I'm big on energy. Like, when you walk in a room and it's like you vibe. I don't even care if it's like a girl, like, vibe with somebody. Like, you feel people emit energy and give off energy, and we're just a whole bunch of matter and energy to begin with. Like, if you vibe with someone.
Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews.
We have full shows. We've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go.
And now you can calm down with us.
Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off a script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
Hell!
Are we at week 16? Is this it?
It's week
Holy crap.
16. Yeah.
Wowzers.
But then you got to think playoffs, and we're lucky enough that we have Super Bowl this year. So we are, what is it, December, whatever it is today? December 16th. Sister, we got 2 more months and it's great. I was actually getting sad last night watching the Sunday night game and I was like, I don't want it to end. Like, we get it. Oh, we're busy. No, I don't want it to end. I get so excited this time of year because anything can happen. Playoff scenarios,
Well,
and then
now look at the Lions. They're facing the biggest uphill battle. None of us thought this was going to happen. This is nuts.
Oh, news came out today.
Now the Eagles are in the picture.
Montgomery.
They look like the hot team. It's crazy. We'll get into all of this during our big show. But hi, guys. Welcome to the pregame.
Welcome to the pregame. You guys submit questions, comments, and concerns, and I appreciate all of them. The first one is from Sarah, no H. First of all, what a fantastic handle this is. That's Sarah great. With all these A's and then no H. Adorable. Gift ideas for the sports-loving guy that seems to have everything, no more clothes. Sarah, if you've got ideas for us, obviously you don't. That's why you're asking. I need an answer to this question, and I don't have it. I don't know. I don't know what to get. I don't know what to get. Steve, we talked about this the other day on the phone. I don't know what to get these guys. I don't want to spend a ton of money.
Hey, I like
she's messing with her eyebrows again, folks. Guys, she's already she's messing with them.
I do think they are lighter, despite how they look right now. They are lighter. I was looking at them at 2 a.m. this morning in Philly.
Okay, for those of you just listening, my gal goes straight to the return monitor here on the thing and starts pushing up the eyebrows. We guys, we cannot mention anything else about her eyebrows. She's still rattled. They look fantastic. They look
I love you.
good.
They're starting to wean down. I don't even know if that's a word. They're weaning down a bit.
It is a word. You know what?
Weenie.
You are to your eyebrows like I am to my hair, where I'm like, I want it long, I want it short. You're like, stop. Just leave it alone. It's fine. It's at a great length. Too legit. Sarah, no H. I don't have an answer for you. Do you?
I do. I like what our girlfriend Sam Phipps said, and you also mentioned it too. Experiences. None of us need things.
Yes,
we need experiences. I like that. You put that in my mind. Experiences, whether it's a gift certificate to go to dinner, whether it's an overnight stay somewhere, whether it's a spa situation, whether it's I'm thinking of one of my nannies who's so cute. She's like, let's go on an adventure, like an adventure during the day, you know?
I know, like experiences are way better, but I gave Steve an experience last year to go snowboarding because as we know, I don't like to go snowboarding or skiing for that matter.
Yeah.
And then I sent him on a trip with his friend and the whole time he was there, he was complaining that I wasn't with him because he wanted to go on a trip with me. I was like, well, you're not going to go on a trip with me snowboarding. I'll be on the beach.
So an experience together.
I know, but sometimes we need a break. Sarah, no H. I think gift ideas for the sports-loving guy that seems to have everything. Experiences and also something personal. Like, it may seem small, but frame a picture of you guys.
Yes.
Like,
frame
photos. I've never done that Shutterfly situation. I always want to. I have high aspirations that I'm really going to like start it early and pick out photos. But like those coffee table books, we're getting a little late in the game now, Sarah, no H. So I think your best bet is send that photo to CVS, 1 hour photos, frame that bitch and write a nice card. Okay.
I don't know. You'd be shocked. I was on a site today as I was flying home from Philly. A lot of them are you have up until December 17th for it to get there on Christmas Eve.
I don't trust that.
Just saying.
I don't trust it.
Okay.
But I like your optimism. Next.
Sure. Okay, Julie Hogland. Ideas for New Year's Eve for the over 50 crowd. Well, I'm almost 50, so I would love to talk about this. Just kidding. I feel like
okay, we're still going on with the almost 50
I don't know.
and eyebrows.
I got to be honest. All I would want to do on New Year's Eve, if I had it off, I think I have it off. I don't know. Are you home? I just want to go to an early dinner and lay around in PJs. That's it.
I love New Year's Eve, but you and I are at a place where it's like, I don't really want to like go to a party or do any of that stuff. So
I don't want to be on the road.
I don't want to be on the road. Julie, it sounds like you want to get out and get in the mix, but I also don't like you. I understand where you're like, you don't want to go to a club with like 20-year-olds. So why don't you do this, Julie? Why don't you get together a group of friends, go to a nice dinner, and then maybe if you're looking for something fun to do while you ring in the new year, find a restaurant that has a party there so you're already in one location, because I don't need you moving about town with these people on the road that we don't always trust. So yeah, I would find an upscale dining experience that goes from dinner to dancing. I hope that helps.
I love that. Yeah, a nice restaurant early. Do an early dinner. You could even start like a 3:00 cocktail situation. Get to dinner 5:30. This is crazy.
Oh my God, 3:00. 2.5 hours. I don't know why I'm pretending like that's like a big deal. I'm just saying that to seem responsible. That's exactly what I would be doing. In fact, start now. Tay Ryan, Jesus. Tay Ryan 12. Erin, what new Christmas traditions have you started since becoming a mom? I love that question.
I do too. We got a couple of gingerbread houses that were already baked and put together, and we had him help us decorate them. Cute. That was really fun. We're doing a thing with like after bath time before bed. We're like sitting on the couch together as a family watching The Grinch.
Oh, cute. I saw that picture the other day.
And he loves it. And we're going to talk about this in the big show. I guess they've had kind of a big week. This week I was not here for 3 days because I was in Philadelphia, and we are getting our molars in, and it has been a trying time in the Stoll Andrews household. But I guess last night he was a little fussy before bed, and Jared's like, where do I find The Grinch? What channel is it on? I'm like, it's on Amazon Prime. And he goes, have we finished watching it? I said, who cares? Either press resume watching or start over. Who cares? Just put it on.
Anything. Oh, molars. That's tough. Imagine, like, think about how bad, like, a toothache just hurts, let alone, like, breaking through, like, the molars. Oh,
yeah. I got a real situation that happened yesterday while I was on the field. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
That's all part of the molar experience.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Yep.
You're up.
Okay, anonymous. Sorry, guys. I'm about 4 months into a relationship with a guy I met through mutual friends. They've been trying to set us up for a couple years. I know it sounds crazy, but I can picture a lifetime with him. How do you guys define when you know, you know? When you know, you know. Oh.
You start this.
I don't know.
I'll back clean up on this one because
Charissa thinks she knows 2 weeks in.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work out. But then at the same time, sometimes it does work out. So my whole vibe is I have been off clearly in the past of thinking it's it. But
what makes you say that?
How much time do we have? I definitely knew with Steve, and I obviously I'm saying that and it worked out, but like I think I'm big on chemistry. I'm big on energy. Like, you know, when you walk in a room and it's like you vibe, I don't even care if it's like a girl, like, vibe with somebody, like you feel people emit energy and give off energy. And we're just a whole bunch of matter and energy to begin with. Like, if you vibe with someone. Now, I will say what I have learned from my previous experiences, like you can have that chemistry and kind of vibe, but go through the like non-negotiables, like quickly, like, mine are like hygiene. How do you feel about kids? How do you feel about marriage? Like, get all of those things out of the way early. And then if you still have that like thing, go for it.
Zoom.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys know how I feel. I love love. So I would say, do not worry that it's only been like a couple months. I mean, hell, you could be like 4 weeks, you could be 4 days and you can feel something, but just go through some of those preliminary non-negotiables. And then if you still feel like that, then don't worry. It's only been 4 years. You can be with someone for 10 years and then get married and it doesn't work out. So who's to say, like, don't put a time on it. More like feeling and a little bit of recon mission.
I agree with that. There's like a myth out there or some sort of rule, right, in the dating world, I don't know, that 7 months in is kind of when you have your massive fight. And it's
that's
kind
like
of like,
7
hey,
months and 7 years?
7-year itch. Yeah. So I don't know. I find that to be pretty accurate when you're like 7 months in. It's like, okay, how's this going? Which way are we going? We in or we out? So my whole thing is I just wouldn't put any pressure on it. Now, I put pressure on this situation when I was 125 years old and I was living in New York and we were dating for like a year and a half. And I'm like, hey, are we going to move in? I don't even think it was a year and a half. That's crazy. I think it was probably like 7 months. But yeah, I don't know. I think you just got to go with the flow. I don't listen to what we say. Our track records are shit. No, I'm kidding.
I will say this though,
feel
too.
it out.
Because I'm going back to this. Ladies, I know sometimes, and look, by the way, men can get crazy too. Make sure he's feeling the same way. Like, let's not do the like, I'm so in love. And it's like, he's like, yo, bitch, we're just hanging out. So you can have that feeling. And I would say go for it if you know that it's being reciprocated. Like, lean in.
Yeah,
but
I like that.
Let's also not be weirdos. Like, how to lose a guy in 9 days. Sweet. Oh, that's him calling now. My landline. Do you hear that ring?
No.
I still have a landline. Do you?
I do too.
Yeah, you got to have a landline in case of emergencies.
Yeah. Right. Because I'm always getting a notification our landlines are going out anyways. And I'm like, why do I have this thing?
I
feel like you got to have it. You got to have the extra expense. It's really fun to pay. Why
I'm
not?
still paying for cable. I can't get rid of cable.
And your styling
I can't. But that's not real. Sweet ass Annie. Oh my God, sweet ass Annie. You're adorable. Week after week, you both look incredible. Oh, look at us now.
That's very
sweet
nice.
Ass Annie.
You
You're
look
very
so
sweet.
hot this weekend.
Oh, wow. Thanks. What do you usually do with them post game day? Do you keep them or rewear them, donate them, or do you have postmark account I should be following? Sweet ass Annie, you're so adorable.
Wait, that's very fitting for you this weekend, right?
That is very fitting for me this weekend. I rewore a dress that I wore last year because if you like it, rewear it.
Sure.
I let Sarah, or my girlfriend Sarah, she is great. And she's like, I don't want to buy all this crap. And so I let her wear a lot of stuff. If anybody wants to borrow something, your sweet ass Annie, give me an address and I'm happy to send you something if you want to wear it. I do donate a lot of stuff as well. I'll usually keep the jackets. I feel like you can kind of rotate those in, wear a couple different times for different occasions and not just like on air, but in life. And jackets are pricey. But I definitely do a rotation. If it moves from TV, then it goes into real life, then it goes into donation, or if anybody else wants to wear it. You are very generous I've worn a lot of your stuff as well. We've shared.
You haven't.
Yes, I have.
Like a couple of things.
But yeah, what do you do with your stuff? I feel like you rotate or donate.
I still, like yesterday's black turtleneck, I think I've had for like 7-8 years.
Yeah.
And you just I'm looking for a new one because this weekend in Baltimore, it's going to be the high is 30, which means it'll be in the 20s for our game, which sucks.
Great game.
Honestly, we're lucky that a lot of brands like this weekend, Perfect Moment is letting me wear a jacket, but I send it back. It's great. So nice of them. I have a lot of jackets that I've paid for or, people have given me and I've reworn them.
Yeah, Shop Bop. I've got a great deal with Shop Bop that I love.
Shop Bop is great. Yeah.
They're awesome.
You do.
Yeah. So a little combination of all of the above. Nick?
Sure. Yep. Anonymous. I have no confidence in what I'm doing. Oh, no. I used to be confident in my line of work, but I feel like I've lost my mojo. My boss tells me weekly I don't have it. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Have you ever been in a rut in your career, and how can I overcome this? I think this is normal. 1,000% normal. I have times when I feel this way. Not that my boss says I don't have it, or I don't know. That's
me.
Really harsh. But listen, I feel like a rut is normal in work, in life, in relationships. I got a chance to sit down with Mike Tomlin this weekend, and I got to tell you, it was a fucking therapy session. It was
fantastic
so phenomenal.
interview,
I sat
by the
there.
way.
Thank you. I sat there and nodded and smiled the whole time. And even though he was talking about professional athletes, I was applying it to myself.
Yep.
I think I shared this with you, and I'm not sure. I had Jarrett listen to this clip on Hard Knocks. He said, don't treat this like a job. Treat this like a career. Because at any moment, we're replaceable, especially those guys, you and I, Charissa, and I'm sure, Anonymous, what you're doing as well. A rut is so normal. I have been there. And I am very lucky to have my husband. I'm so lucky to have Charissa, Kevin Burkhardt, people like that in my life that understand the job and that I can bitch to them about. But they're also the same people that say to me, hey, you love this. You're good at this. Let's figure this out. I also think a lot of times reinvention or a different approach to your job to get you back to feeling good or where you were is also important.
Oh, okay.
I was talking to Mike Tomlin about that
give
too.
me an example.
He said, well, like with him, he feels that he is relating better to his players than he did when he was younger, because he said when he was younger, when he would, get on them or MF them, he's like, God, these guys are my age. Now he's like, they're my kids' age. And that's how I talk to my kids. So I feel comfortable saying that to them. Not saying that's reinventing himself, but I just find it interesting how somebody like him, his message hasn't gotten old. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it's like my
straight years of a winning season.
Hot. For me, I would say it's my approach to preparation. If I kind of have gotten in a lull, in a rut with it and nothing feels new, I'm like, okay, how can I go about this different this week that I can actually, deal with it and feel better? Sorry, that was long.
No, I think all of those are fantastic points, and why Anonymous is asking this question, because she wants advice. So I would say for myself, when I feel like I'm in a rut, for me, it's all about or I guess the lack of confidence, which makes me so sad. I hope that you don't take your boss's word as gospel. You have to remember that confidence starts from within. Nobody can give you confidence. They could maybe lift up what you already have or take down what you don't have. Like, I think that if you feel good about yourself, you're going to exude that. If it's something as simple as like getting up earlier and getting ready for the day. Like sometimes when I don't feel good, I'm like, get up, take a shower, throw some makeup on, or go work out or do something. Like, just be consistent in your routine. I think that also helps. And I think like whatever you know that you're good at, lean into that as well. So if I'm very good at, to Erin's point about preparation, like I'm good about reading those articles, and then go back and stay consistent with things that you know that you're good at. I'm trying to think of another thing for confidence, because I talk about this all the time. I think the greatest gift you can give yourself or give your children is confidence. My dad would always stress that to us, like, you're good at this, you're good at that. So if you're feeling like you don't have that, I think it's also who you surround yourself with. To Erin's point, she's constantly lifting me up. Steve is lifting me up on things when I'm not feeling great. So surround yourself with people, not
Your
just
crew
yes people
on Thursday night.
Yeah, not just yes people, but I think like people that will lift you up. I think that's really important. So I'm sorry that you're going through this. I wish I knew your name. So we'll give you confidence, whatever you need. We're here to help, because I'm sure you're wonderful at what you do, and we just need you to
Can I say something? Oh, sorry, babe. I thought you were done.
No.
Go ahead.
Go.
Sorry. No. Finish.
No, I just feel bad. I feel bad that she feels that way, because we have all been there. And I think that if you realize like this too shall pass, just go back to the basics on that.
I love that. My one thing, Chris is really good about this with her crew, and we have, done this the last 2 weeks, and I'm so grateful for that. Sometimes when you don't feel confident and you're in a rut and you just need to shake things up, go have a little fun with the people that you work with, if you like that. The last 2 weekends, holy crap, have we blown off some steam, our crew. And I'm not saying we don't have confidence, but I'm just saying, like, it's a long year. You're together. You're grinding out. We got a short week this week. Yeah, we've blown some steam and blown off some steam. And like this morning, while we're all dying, walking through the Philadelphia airport, we're all like, that was a fucking blast. So
it's
that's
worth the hangover, or it's
do.
worth the like lack of sleep, or whatever it is. It doesn't have to just mean like you're drinking. It just like it's worth the sacrifices if it brings you closer together. And also, I don't like that boss of yours. Okay. Well, look, we get it. Bosses can sometimes give constructive criticism, but don't make him. You are in control of how you feel. Is that
Yeah.
it? Oh, I wanted more questions.
No, there's one. Ryan just posted it on our chat. Don Haggart. My family and I will be attending the Lions-Bears game at Soldier Field next weekend. I'm looking for advice on staying warm from my two favorite gals. Very sweet. And God, it's going to be cold.
You are the queen of cold, sister, because I get the luxury of might be cold during that pregame, but I go in, I come out at halftime, and then postgame. So you have a longer duration outside. You have a ton of tips and tricks. Go.
My number one trick and tip, and I did it for my hair girl this weekend, Kylie, who was on the field.
Who's the best? Your hair looks amazing.
Heated vests. You put it, okay, so this is what I did. I had my thermal underwear on, and then I had my sweater on top of it. Now, it's not the best form-fitting look there is, which, by the way, disposable heat vest. I would love to talk to you guys about making one that's a little bit more like, what's the word, flattering? You put it on in between your thermal and your sweater, and it's hot. It's honestly like a salon pause or a heating pad. You tie it around your waist, you put your sweater on, and you're wearing a heated vest. And then I like to wear, as long as possible, a jacket, because in my weird mind, I'm thinking the heat is like staying in my weird little
I don't think
cocoon.
that's weird. I think that makes a lot of sense. A long jacket is going to keep stuff from drafting up too, right?
You got to keep your head warm. I would definitely wear a toque. That's a Canadian thing, a stocking cap. Another thing I do, which I'm going to do in Baltimore, is I wear a liner, like North Face or any of those, winter places sell them, a liner, and then I wear a hat on top of it.
Good.
The other thing is your freaking feet. If your feet are cold, you are screwed. Aaron Rodgers taught me a fun little trick, because obviously he knows something about playing in the cold weather. You take those toe warmers, but you make a sandwich out of it. You put one on top and you stick one on the bottom, put your feet in. I even am more of a psychopath, and I get the insole heater too. So I got 3 heaters, a thick sock, and I like the boot. I'm looking at the ones I'm wearing in Baltimore. They've got the fluffy stuff inside. You're good, man.
By the way, if she's the queen of that, there's not me. I'm just worried about what it looks like. I'd rather be in Cleveland. I was like, I'll do a heel and a very light pant.
Yeah, but you're great.
No, I just don't have to be out as long. So in this case, Dawn, I'd say take all of her advice. I don't look cute. I don't look good in a beanie. I don't need to say, oh yeah, you do. No, you came on. I even said this, hand to God, my researcher, Matt, sitting next to me during updates. And I said, God, she can pull off that hat. I can't do the beanie. The second I do it, it's like 4 strands of hair out the bottom. And it's like, then are we tucking the hair up? So it looks really good on you. You get away with that. But Dawn, I'm excited that you get to go to that game. I'll be at Soldier Field for the Christmas game, December 26th on Amazon. So I will also be yielding Erin's advice for all these things. I probably won't take all of it because I don't want to buy all that shit, but I will definitely take advantage of all of the hand warmer stuff. I always love when you find those weeks later.
My God,
I just did it. I just found the ones wherever we were in my pocket of a jacket. And you're like, oh. Hey, do you know what those like salicylic acid things, those little things that end up in coats or whatever, like a new item? Why do they send those? Does anyone know what those are?
No.
And I always worry about my dogs like eating them, or like I'm worried about Mac finding them.
Yes.
Why do they have those in things? Does anyone have any answers to that?
Question.
We are submitting our own question to the pregame. What are those silicis, whatever they are? Okay,
hey, another idea I just thought of, and this is it. Sorry, one more. That H&M snowsuit I wore for Green Bay. That thing was freaking awesome and stylish. That'll keep you warm, and you can layer underneath.
I went to look for it.
All right, guys.
I went to look for it. I couldn't find it at H&M. I should have asked for a link.
Oh.
You should get it online?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I also like that I'm wandering around the store looking for it when I could have easily just texted you. Jesus. Way to make things harder on myself. All right. Love you guys. Big show coming up. We are locked and loaded with a lot of subject matter. So tune in.
Oh, yeah. Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.